Today I'm going to discuss what are called zoonotic infections. So think about the word zoonotic, Z-O-O, zoo. What are in zoos? Animals. Zoonotic infections are infections passed to humans from animals. And if you go back far enough, most human infectious diseases are going to have some origin in animal species. But when we use it in today's context, it means an infection that might be, or a pathogen that might be present in an animal species, not ordinarily in humans, and humans acquire that infection through contact with that other animal species. And many of our emerging infectious disease, or many of our headline-grabbing infectious diseases, are zoonotic infections. So just think of a couple. Avian influenza comes from birds. Ebola, bats. COVID, bats. And rabies, cats, dogs, bats, whatever it may be. So that's what we mean by zoonotic infections. And what is it that's unique about them? Oftentimes they can be quite explosive. Many infections that can't spread to humans, but if a zoonotic infection is able to get into a human, it might be explosive in that human. It might be very severe, like Ebola, like rabies, like certain strains of avian influenza. And we worry about those zoonotic infections adapting to humans and becoming human pathogens. And that's a major challenge to understand how that happens, when it will happen, and how to guard against it. So that's why we are always monitoring this human-animal interface and have this concept called One Health, which is the integration of veterinary medicine with human medicine. The other thing to think about with zoonotic infections is your interactions with animals and how animals are raised, consumed, interacted with. Obviously, high densities of animals at farms gives the opportunity for certain infections to spread within those animals and then infect humans. Or wet markets where multiple different types of animals of different species that usually wouldn't interact together or house together gives a chance for that viruses to spill and maybe infect a human that might be butchering them without appropriate personal protective equipment. That's one of the hypotheses for how COVID started. That's also likely how HIV started, with butchering of bushmeat from chimpanzees. So this is something that I think is really important to understand, is the way humans interact with animals gives rise to certain infectious disease threats.